Hello everyone, this is Kelvin. I'm going to talk about the project I just done and what's went good, what need to be improved, and the conclusions of this project. Kuro Pop-Up is my last project in BCA Year 3 in Polytechnic. I spent a lot of energy and time on market research, project promotions, menu design, table setting, concept communications, dinner executions, and collecting feedback from guests. The main purpose of kuro is to test the market in Dunedin, the ecology of the industry, including the suppliers, industry prospect, what kind of the restaurant models have a chance to survive in New Zealand, and the reaction of different people in different restaurant models, and to make a good relationship with the lead of the local restaurant industry, also to recommend myself and to give myself more advantage in the future when looking for a job. Kuro was divided into 4 different topics: yakitori, Cantonese fusion tasting menu, dry-aged steakhouse, and Sichuan fusion tasting menu. Among them, yakitori was the most popular one, and we had 47 customers to dine it in. In Sichuan cuisine, we have 17 customers, and in Cantonese menus, we have 13 customers. Steakhouse was only one that are open to our general customers, and we have 7 customers on this concept. From the perspective of customers' classifications, yakitori is more popular among Kiwi than the other 3 concepts because of it is cheaper in price and people is easier to accept and understanding the story behind the product. The guests who came for the Sichuan and Cantonese menu are mostly from Asians because of the influence of different cultures, which may hinder the decisions made by white people. From a marketing perspective, yakitori is the only concept that we put a lot of effort into promoting it, and we have also had customers come from all over the world. We promote the project through Chinese student group of university and Japanese student group of uni. And also we put our flyer into Japanese interest classes and to DCC, and also we post the flyer in the city center. We set up a free wine pairing incentive for guests who took pictures of their dishes and edit their feedback to post on social media. And we continued to factor our guests' influence in this way to achieve the publicity we wanted. There are 2 kinds of feedbacks. One is for yakitori, where customers love the concept of a place to relax after work. And it is great to gather around a charcoal grill in winter with a few friends to eat, drink, and chat. Another is for the 2 fusion tasting menu. The traditional Asian food culture is integrated into the French cuisine, and the advanced method is used to show a different Chinese cuisine. Because of the integrations of molecular gastronomy with a lot of interaction with customers, the menu can easily bring a lot of surprise to customers, and not contrary to the traditional food concept and taste, using modern technique to show a different side of Chinese cuisine. And delicious and fun is the most common from the customers. Let's go back to the first few goals of a food and beverage ecosystem. The thing that bothered me most during the whole project is that the supplier of ingredients in New Zealand is really different from China. China is a huge market with huge quantity, so you can find variety of rare ingredients from all over the world or within China, and you can like even find several different choices behind each category of ingredients in terms of price and quality. However, because the market in New Zealand is small and many small suppliers are difficult to survive, so they are consolidated by a few big companies such as Bigfoot, while the small suppliers that provide rare ingredients are generally held in the hand of some like very few high-end restaurants and resulting in a huge hindrance to restaurant chefs in designing menu and restaurant style. In fact, New Zealand inland ingredients are also very good, but I don't know why there are only very few suppliers to put focus on it. This also inhibits the development of New Zealand restaurants industry to a certain extent, especially after COVID-19. There are a small number of people are living in New Zealand, so when people choose restaurants, they will pay more attention to the reputation of the chef and will prefer restaurants they frequent. And this means that it can be difficult to run a restaurant in New Zealand that is young or popular in other part of world, but rare in New Zealand. I mean, young style restaurants. So New Zealand has a very limited lifestyle shopping area, so which makes competition between stores in the same category fierce, and the cost of the operations can be quite high, and making it difficult for new store and to survive without characters. In terms of result, the project was we call it success, and we managed to share what we wanted to showcase and share our style with our customers, and we also got to know the New Zealand restaurants market in to a certain extent through this project. And there are several things that I think I was doing great during this period. The first one is the menu design was a good blend of my work experience in China and the work experience in New Zealand. And the menu is unique in every way. The second one is the whole kitchen operation has improved compared to the past. The communications they communicate well with customers and maintains positive interaction with them. The shortcoming in this period would be there are a few points. The first one, sometimes I couldn't arrange my college to cooperate well, which lead to the lack of details in customer service, such as pouring water, changing tableware, and collecting plates, for example. And the second one is I did not do my best in the promotion stage. And also, kitchen closing was not done well at the same time. And also, I think I need to put like more focus on my dish, so the details of the dishes need to be further controlled. And the last one is I did not do a good job of summarizing up before and after the opening of the meal. And here is the chart of design model, and I would like to take the manual design process for Cantonese cuisine as an example to show you guys how it works in my mind. When I design the Cantonese menu, there are three core elements: modern French cooking techniques, Cantonese food culture, and local New Zealand ingredients. The first thing I had to do was to find out about New Zealand's special ingredients in various ways and then combine them with cooking method in my mind. After that process, I basically finalized the ingredients that I wanted to use in my menu and the related cooking method with them. And the next step was to write out the dishes to be made according to the three course. The menu is divided into three entrees, three main dishes, and one dessert. I wrote about 12 recipes for me to adjust according to the actual situation. And I was standing several different white views to analyze the final decisions. The first one is the cost ratio of the dishes. The second one is the complexity of the dishes, and also the taste and the style of the dish, and to prevent the dishes from overlapping or similar in the backstory, and to prevent the dishes from overlapping on the cooking techniques. The experience of the whole menu is balanced. That's also quite important. After finalizing the menu, I would recheck all the elements in it to see if they meet the core elements, and then I will start to arrange the trial dishes for the dishes. And then in the process of trial dishes, in time to address and problems found, and then we'll invented peoples from the industry in Dunedin to come over to try our dish, and then according the feedbacks of the guest to make the final adjustment. The last one is what would I do in the future? Based on the above, if I want to open a new business, I would probably spend a longer period of time building up my skills and experience to running a business and making connect with people. And I have a few ideas for opening a new business. The first one is with the help of the famous local restaurants, maybe communicate with them and reach the cooperation with them and open a bench in different area and open restaurants with different model of agreeing with the name. Like for example, the style of the famous restaurant is fine dining. Then the style of the bench can be set as a bistro or a brunch or coffee shop or dessert store. The good influence of the restaurants will be further promoted. The second one is also with the famous local restaurants firm open fine dining restaurants and invited the famous restaurant chef to be the catering counselor, and maybe the menu style can be completely different and launch a special menu periodically, and two fine restaurants chefs work together and to deliver a new set of menu, and it could be the publicity stunt. And the third one is there are many gaps and possibility in this New Zealand market, and such as really high-end Japanese cuisine, canteen in community service organizations such as hospital or other facilities. And the last one is become a supplier and develop rare ingredients from New Zealand inland and the world and integrate resources and seek stable long-term collaborations with high-end restaurants. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.